Hi, everybody. My name is Sage Lewis, and I am running for mayor of Akron in the uh, primary in May of 2023. And our mayor postponed his State of the City address this year. It was supposed to happen on August 17th of 2022, and he said that he didn't feel it was now the appropriate time. And then he went on to say, I believe what our city needs in this moment is to embrace the discomfort we feel and not shy away from difficult conversations. I felt that that was a confusing and ironic statement for a mayor who shied away from a difficult conversation. So, in light of that, I wanted to put together my own State of the City address and give you my take on how I think things are going. In a nutshell, I believe this: Dan Horrigan, our mayor, does not care about the people of Akron, and how he spends the city's money proves it. So, I want to go through a variety of slides here and make this case that Dan Horrigan does not care about the people of Akron. Now, what you should know is we have been given a once in a lifetime fire hydrant full of money from the federal government in the form of ARPA money. One of the most amounts given to any city in America. We're like in the top receivers of that. And so far, we've gotten $72 million. And this is how our mayor is allocating that money. $72 million, okay? The number one thing he is spending his money on is parks and public spaces, $25 million. The next largest allocation is city budget stabilization. It's over, I don't even know, it's like 17, 16 million dollars. 10 million of that is going to the fact that we did not balance our budget right, and they're making it up on ARPA money. How would we have balanced a $10 million mistake in balancing our budget if we didn't get this free money from the government? And then it's also like weird. They're giving money to bonuses and premiums to people in the city. Housing is next. Okay, there's a $3 million within this allocation for repairs to homeowners. Okay. So houses is next, repairing houses, all right, for people that own houses, not renters, people that own houses. Then public utilities, incidentally, nothing of an internet. Fairlawn is getting fiber optics for internet, and we're not getting anything like that. Then small business growth, then access to health care and social services, and then down here, violence prevention. Okay? This is the graph of how that $72 million is being spent. Now, in light of that, I would like to show you this article. It came out in August 9th, 2022. Violent deaths in Akron nearing record pace. Okay? Now, in 2020, we had our deadliest year since 1974 with 48 murders. 2020, we beat that by 2 extra murders with 50 murders. This year, we are on record. We are on the path to get to those numbers again. We have more than 30 deaths on record through the end of July and nearly half a year to go. Half a year to go. Okay? And I just want to come back to this graph. All-time record highs in murder and violence, and this is how much of the $72 million free money we've been given by the feds to spend on violence. Parks, followed by covering our screw-ups on not balancing our budget. Then we care more about houses owned by homeowners, okay? Then public utilities, then business, and then healthcare, and then violence. This right here should prove this statement that Dan Horgan does not care about the people of Akron. He cares about houses, plumbing. We are on track to yet again have record high murders, and we are spending the least amount of money on violence. This is madness. But it doesn't end. Jayland Walker was murdered by the Akron police, shot in the back or wherever 46 times. He was not armed. In response to that, our police chief has now made it so that officers don't have to wear name tags. Chief Milet defended his move to allow officers to patrol the streets of Akron and control protest crowds without wearing name tags. Additionally, city attorneys have cited the safety of officers in denying the Beacon Journal's request for the names of the 8 officers who shot Walker in earlier police shootings. Where in any of this is protecting the people that are being murdered at a record pace in Akron, Ohio? It doesn't show up. Additionally, there is no timetable for the mayor or the police chief to meet with protesters of a national story here in Akron, Ohio. Jayland Walker was the story in the United States of America of police brutality. After missing an opportunity to meet with community activists and protest organizers last week, the mayor and police chief on Monday said they had no immediate plans to try again, but each expressed a willingness to do so if the opportunity arises. Horgan said his office continues to communicate with the U.S. Department of Justice officials who set a meeting for Thursday. I don't personally have a timetable of when they may or may not happen. Dan Horgan has said he does not feel now is appropriate a time to give a State of the City address because we can't shy away from difficult conversations. How does that even register? How does that even make sense? In response, Black elected officials of Summit County, sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. The Black officials of Summit County have put out a statement saying they are going to, they are putting together something to go on the ballot for police oversight. That is their plan. That's what the Black leaders of Akron, Ohio want, okay? This is what they want. When you ask Black leaders of Akron, Ohio and Summit County what they want police oversight because they will tell you they are tired of getting killed by the police with no oversight. The Black elected officials of Summit County support a ballot initiative to amend Akron's charter to establish an independent citizens oversight board and guidelines to improve police and community relations. All right? They're encouraging the city council and or the citizens of Akron to support amending the charter. So, why do black elected officials of Summit County have to do this, have to go over the head of the mayor to get an oversight board as they're being gunned down in the streets of Akron, Ohio by police that don't have to wear name tags? Meanwhile, the budget came out and we are adding 60 more public safety officers. 60 more public safety officers. I didn't see anywhere where black elected officials wanted 60 more cops that don't wear name tags. It is madness. Now, one metric that Dan Horgan has always wanted since the beginning was to increase the population of Akron. He has said repeatedly he doesn't want to manage the decline of Akron. Here is the population trend since 1860 of Akron. In 1960, we had a peak population of 290,000 people. Every year Dan Horgan has been mayor, our population has declined. Our population is in decline. And I believe our city is in decline because we are not addressing the fundamental issues of Akron. On my wall, I keep a picture of a man named Ricky. This is art, actually. The art behind me is also from a homeless woman that is a wonderful artist named Donnie Jean. This is Ricky, okay? Now, I keep Ricky on my wall because this is Ricky's story. I had never met Ricky before, but Ricky was one of 4 black men that were denied hotel vouchers by community support services, okay? So what happened was the city of Akron goes around and does camp sweeps of homeless people. They're on an extermination process of just eradicating the view of homeless people anywhere in Akron, Ohio. And so there was a camp sweep where they cleaned out the entire camp except for 4 black men. Everyone else, now there were black men that did get the hotel vouchers, but the people that were left were 4 black men, one of which was Ricky. And the reason Community Support Services said they did not give Ricky a voucher was because he had no addiction issues. And therefore, he was not eligible for a hotel. They told Ricky to go to the Haven of Rest, which is an extremist religious Christian organization. Ricky said that he doesn't go to the Haven of Rest for religious differences. I don't know what Ricky's religious persuasion is, but it does not jive with the only men's shelter in Akron, Ohio that requires you to pray to a Christian God 3 times a day for food and a bed. He also does not agree with the group showers that have no privacy, there are no doors on the toilets, and a lack of cleanliness, and not being able to have his phone after lights out at 8 p.m. I think it's actually 8:30, but he said 8 p.m. I think technically it is 8:30. I take you back to this slide. The only men's shelter we have in Akron, Ohio is a privately run homeless shelter that requires 21 religious services a week if you want food and a bed. How can that even be constitutionally permissible? We're spending $25 million on parks that homeless people are not allowed to be in. There is no homeless allocation of money. Budget stabilization, giving $3 million of repair money to homeowners. And this little thing down here, violence prevention. Okay? This is utter and total madness. Dan Horgan is literally fiddling while his city burns. He is literally giving people parks as they starve and cannot afford housing. It's Marie Antoinette all over again. Dan Horgan does not care about the people of Akron, and how he chooses to spend the city's money proves it. I give the state of the city an F. There is countless times where we have had missed opportunities where we could right this ship. And all we are doing is building parks and covering up budget allocation mistakes. Utter and complete madness. The city of Akron gets an F.